I wanted to welcome you to my latest project. It was the country farmhouse. My client wanted me to come in and refresh a house that she built 25 years ago, and it was finally her time to move in and make it her forever home. When I first walked into this house, the living room felt very long, and at the end of it, it had little 4-foot windows with an arch above it. It had drywall pony walls that blocked the downstairs part of the house. It also had a drop-down ceiling, and we decided to rip that out and open up the whole view, so when you walked in the front door, you got the whole view of this beautiful open concept that this house already had. We ended up taking out the window package at the end of the room and putting in a 6-foot window that frames the entire length of the wall and the height of the wall. The fireplace didn't have any dimension. It was just a flat fireplace against the wall with a little built-out mantle. We ended up ripping the entire thing out and rebuilding it. We brought it off of the wall about 10 inches. We wrapped it in stone. We did a beautiful arch on the front of it, and we did an awesome reclaimed beam that we stained the same color as the floor. To break up the length of this room, we ended up doing a faux beam down the entire length of the space, and then we did horizontal faux beams all the way down, and then put shiplap on the ceiling, painted it a flat white, and it really brings your eye up. It makes the room feel actually so much bigger, and it breaks up that long feeling that the room had. This home was so much fun to shop for, as I found so many antique pieces and vintage collectibles that I was able to incorporate into the space. My client really wanted to have a warm rustic palette. She loves rustic barnwood colors and tones. She loves creams and whites and neutral tones. We used a lot of textures, a huge gorgeous chenille couch that centers the room, and everything else plays around it. It is centered to a gorgeous fireplace, and it really ties in the space, and it just makes you want to fall into the couch and relax when you walk into this house. One spot I really am in love with is the built-in window bench area. The built-ins at the end of the dining room, they were not all the way to the ceiling. They needed to be removed, and then we ended up rebuilding the top part of the built-ins and bringing them all the way up to the ceiling and adding a beautiful crown molding around them. With this space, I found a gorgeous teal antique trunk that I paired with a beautiful modern wingback chair. It really brings in all of those styles, the modern and the rustic country that she really loves. With the kitchen, we needed to work the new design around the countertops, as that was something that my client really wanted to keep. We ripped out all the uppers and brought them up to the ceiling and added a new crown molding to them. We added a new beautiful vent hood that we ended up trimming out with a piece of wood that was stained the same color as the floors, as it brings the richness and the warmth of the floors into the kitchen. Because the countertops had an incredible amount of browns and warm gold tones, we ended up using hardware and mixing different colors of gold and brass and bronze. To add a punch of color in the kitchen, we put in a beautiful antique painted pantry door. The bathroom was completely gutted other than the wallpaper. So to break up the wallpaper, because it was on every wall, we ended up putting shiplap on 2 of the walls. We added a gorgeous blue vanity with gold hardware, a white granite countertop. We wanted to play out the colors of the wallpaper, so we used navy blue towels, some yellow accents, some floating shelves with some accent art on it, and it turned out to be a really modern take on a country bathroom. The office used to be a guest room with 1 small window in it. It didn't have very much light in there, so what I ended up doing was moving the one window onto the other wall, making it a bigger window, and putting in a beautiful French door with a new deck on the exterior of it. This opened up the entire space, gave it an incredible amount of light, and now it's a really bright and airy office space for my client to use. The primary bedroom really needed its own personality. My client has such a beautiful style of country that she wanted to bring into this home. We ended up putting crown molding throughout the whole room and also flanking one wall with a beautiful 7-inch shiplap. Because we were able to play with the colors a bit more in this space, I added a lot of layers with different shades of teals and greens, also a little bit of violet purple in the bedding and in the throw pillows. To give the room some dimension, we ended up using a beautiful woven rug that we put the bed on top of, and it really gives this space a very cozy feeling. On the lower level of the house, she wanted this to be the entertaining space for her guests, where they could all hang out, kick back, and relax. To give the basement more of a bright and open feeling, we ended up taking out 2 of the pony walls that connected into a side room, and we also opened up a smaller glass slider and put in an 8-foot glass slider. Upstairs has more of a sophisticated country feel to it. Downstairs, we wanted to make it more playful with the art and the way we designed it. We put in a small built-in bar with floating shelves so that she's able to have space to entertain. In the guest room downstairs, we kept it really bright and airy. We used muted yellow tones with whites and barnwoods. In the downstairs space, pieces like the Highland cow or the oversized mirror or the church pew really give it character. It was a great experience to work with my amazing client and help her bring her vision to life.